everyone, this is UI once again. It has been quite some time since I made my last video. I've been really very busy recently, right? On one hand, I'm still teaching in the poly because now it's getting closer to exam period, and so there's a lot of lessons and there's a lot of holidays, public holidays coming up, and hence there's quite a bit of makeup lessons to do and things like that. And on top of that, teaching, right? I still have to fulfill all the orders of all the DF64 modification, and so been really busy. But today I'll try to make a video on the new grinder that I have acquired, right? Of course, this is the RF64W, is the weight dosing grinder, right? But today this is not the main thing. I'm not going to show you, right? The main thing is this machine here, right? This is K90, I believe, right? I'll check the model number again. This one has a 83mm burr sets, right? I believe it's titanium coated burr sets, right? It is a commercial grade grinder, and everything is done by the touch screen here. So this is the main actor today. I'm going to show you my workflow on this grinder, right? So let's enjoy. Okay, so first let me introduce this grinder to you, right? This is the 83mm Flat Burr grinder, which I recently acquired, right? This is supposed to be used in cafe, and hence you can see that the size is actually very big. It comes with a spill tray to catch all the coffee grounds, right? You accidentally spilled the coffee, right? This can be stored here, and you can just get a brush. You can brush out all the coffee ground into a knock box if you place it side by side. And you can see at the side there's actually a big vent here, right? This is actually to cool down the motor. And on the screen itself, this is all touch screen display, right? The touch screen actually show you the temperature of the working environment, right? Currently the fan is moving. It's not very loud, but I can hear the humming, the gentle humming sound of the motor and the fan at the side. It's basically the fan, not the motor, sorry. And at the current temperature, it is 28 degrees C. So everything is customized by the touchscreen panel here. So of course, this is the standard single shot and double shot button. This is the manual, I believe, right? By swiping the screen, you can actually control the dosing time, right? This is the single shot dosing time, which is 2.1, and the double shot dosing time is 4.3, and the temperature is at 25 degrees C. I preset 4.3 seconds because it grinds 18 grams of coffee in about 4.3 seconds, right? It also shows you if you are running this in a cafe, right? It also show you the total cups you have made so far when you use a machine. Of course, you can reset this every day. It is set to 2000 hours of grinding time, right? So if you have grinded about 2000 hours, right, they require you to replace the burr, right? So this is something to remind you that how many kg or how many hours you have been using the grinder, right? So this also tells you maybe when you should start to clean your burr set. Right now, I think they require you to clean the burr in about 2000 shots. So now I've done about 28 shots already, right? So this is the menu. Everything done by the touchscreen menu, right? And of course, if you want to go into the grind setting, you just have to tap the grind button here. You can see very clearly, right? Everything done by electronic, so you can actually touch the screen. Okay, let me show you, right? If you touch this, you can actually hear the motor trying to adjust the grind wheel. Right, so everything is done by electronic control, right? There's no more turning adjustment wheels at the side, or you doesn't have to turn the collar, right? And after that, you can also do some other settings such as your languages and your brightness of the screen and screen time, so on and so forth, right? And whether you want the temperature to be in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit, or you want the time to be displayed in 12 hours or 24 hours, right? So this is something that I have gotten recently. So now let me show you how the grind is, right? There are a portafilter holder here, right, which is very neat because you can actually rest your portafilter there, right? So you can see, right, and this is the exit chute. There's a two screw here which screw very tightly onto the bar here, which allows you to adjust the portafilter holder, right? So let me show you the grind. So basically, I just have to tap double shot, and then I just have to right? You can see that there's really minimal coffee spill over here, right? Everything is actually pretty much dosed into my portafilter, right? If you want, you can use a dosing like a dosing funnel, right? So sort of to prevent the spillage. But you can see the speed at which the coffee comes out is pretty nice. It is fast, but it's not too fast such that you will spill your coffee ground all over the place, right? You can see that on my work table, right? There's actually minimal coffee ground spill, so it's pretty good. So recently I've also got this like a 3-in-1 coffee preparation station, right? It has a knock box, it has a temping station, right? It has some place for me to put my distributor and my temper, right? So, and this is also my new workflow. So right now I can actually pretty much do this with one hand, right? I have these WDD tools, right, which spins around, right? Right, I think it's pretty similar to the one that Dane has, right? So basically what you need to do is you can actually gently knock it first, right? Then you put on the WDT and then you just spin gently, don't have to spin too fast, right? This will make sure that your coffee ground is pretty much well distributed, right? Before you fluff it up before you actually use a distributor to distribute it down. Right, and personally I prefer the self-leveling cookie press, which is like a temper. Right, so this thing is really very good because it will always make sure that your coffee ground is level and tamped down all the way, right? So right now let's see how the brew is like. I'm going to use my quick mill Rubino today. Right, and I'm going to use my crew cup. Right, recently I received my crew products. Right, sadly to say, one of the larger jug is broken during delivery, and I have to say something about the packaging they do. Right, it's not really ideal, especially for such a big flask, and they didn't have any sort of cushion inside the original box, and outside the box of this crew boxes they only have a thin layer of bubble wrap. I think they should improve on their packaging, right, especially on glassware. So I'll be using this espresso shot glasses. Right, so let me get my scale underneath. I'm not too sure whether this will fit. Okay, it fits, right? Okay, so I have to remove this pad. Alright, let me switch on my scale. Right, of course it's the Akaya scale. I think it's the Akaya Luna, which I gotten from Thomas. Right, and of course this is the flow control on the quick mill. This is, in this particular model, is the quick mill Rubino. Right, it's a heat exchanger E61 group, right? It's not PID, right, but it's as good as you can get, right? You can just flush the system before you use, right? Usually for non-PID heat exchanger, what you need to do is just do a simple flush. Right, just flush it. Right, and then after that we can just lock it up. Right, and put my scale underneath. Right, and usually for the flow control I will usually close to about 3/4, and then I'll engage halfway. Okay, let me zero the scale, start the timer. Right, I'll engage the manual pre-infusion for about 8 seconds, and then I'll go full bar, and you will see the pressure start to climb up. Right, you can see the espresso extractor is really beautiful. Right, I'm trying to control at 9 bar of pressure. Right, slowing down to a lower pressure. And then at about 33-34 grams, I'll put a stop. Right, so I'm getting at about 1:2 ratio in about 30 seconds. Remember, I have an 8-second pre-infusion. Okay. Right, let me remove the scale and let's check on the espresso quality. Right, so the espresso looks pretty good. right? Good crema. So this is pretty much the so-called routine with K90 grinder, right? Which is actually a commercial grade grinder. It grinds really fast and really efficient. It grinds 18 grams about 4 seconds, 4 to 4.5 seconds, which is really fast. So if you are considering setting up a cafe, right, we also have a new machine coming in, right? We are going to bring in the VBM machines, right? And currently we have brought in the 3 models, right? One of them is the VBM Donobar Junior, right? The other one is VBM Donobar Super, right? The electronic version. Both the Junior and the Super are the electronic version. That means it doesn't come with a manual lever, right? Everything is done electronically. And the third version that we are bringing is the commercial commercial espresso machine with 2 groups, right? The VBM Lolo, right? So those are the 3 models we're going to bring in very soon. So expect to see them in my channel, right? And I'm going to open up 2 of those machines, right? The 2 group machine I will not be opening because that's for cafe use. I'll be opening up the VBM Junior, Donobar Junior, as well as the VBM Donobar Super, right? Those machines I'm very interested. One of them is a heat exchanger, one of them is a dual boiler. And the dual boiler actually comes with a gear pump with pressure profiling. So that's very interesting. So cheers, right? Stay tuned for my channel. Sorry for the long wait for my videos to be released, right? Because recently I've really been too busy, right? And stay tuned for my channel. There will be a lot more content coming up. And I have also gotten the Groove sieve, right? I think I've gotten the 15 sieve set, and right now I'm actually acquiring the meter that actually tests out the sugar level, or is, I think it's called, I can't remember what's the device called, right? Is to measure the extraction level, right? I'm getting one of those so that in the future when I do a test like that, I can actually test whether the grinder actually produce a consistent grind size, or there are too much fines and too much coarse ground, and how is the extraction rate like, right? So cheers, right? See you very soon. Stay safe, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please remember to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers. Oh, very sweet. Oh, very balanced shot. Right. See you very soon.